Hello everyone, my name is Nick Pauly and welcome to Backlog Backtrack Day 28. And today, in one day, I finished Pokken Tournament. It's out of here. Knock it out of the park. Home run. Call me Babe Ruth because I called my shot and I spent 8 hours today finishing Pokken Tournament. It's a fighting game that I have a lot of muscle memory in. I played online in this game a ton when I first played it. And I'm a Gengar main. And Gengar has always been my favorite Pokemon, so obviously I'm going to be a Gengar main for life. I found out today that it's apparently one of the low tier characters, but I know my options and I know how to do well, and I played the entire game without switching to a single other character. Gengar is my boy, and my boy slaps. Overall, the game was pretty fun. I'm going to rate it a 3 out of 5. For the single player content, because while it is technically functional, there's not a lot to it. Story's dumb. It can get really hard near the end. The game is inherently fun. Honestly, this is one of the most underrated fighting games ever. It may not be as deep or complex as something like Street Fighter or Tekken, but Pokken Tournament is a very mind-gamey type of game. It's about predicting and being able to stay on top of your opponent instead of just spamming attacks. It punishes the people who would normally be frustrated with these types of games, me, and teaches them to learn and to adapt and to actually be good, which is what I think any good fighting game could do. But throughout the entire story, it was just Mr. Gengar going, I'm a tough dude, and then there's another Pokemon. The Gengar goes, I'm a tough dude. Clap. And that was basically the entire game, just summed up right there. So yeah, 8 hours, green game done in a single day. It's been a while. It's weird to me that I can like dedicate an entire day to something like Pokken Tournament, but for something like GoldenEye, which I spent 5 hours on over the course of 4 days, it's just weird to me. I definitely have a lot of motivation for some games more than others, and Pokken Tournament is a game I know mechanically very well, so it makes a little bit more sense. But Pokken Tournament is a fun game, and I like playing fun games, so 3 out of 5, 8 hours, knocked it out. Anyways, with out of the way, no clips because this is a Wii U game, I can't make clips. But let's move on to the marble race and see what game is next. Hello everyone, my name is Nick Pauly and welcome to Backlog Backtrack Marble Races. 462 marbles will enter and only one will leave. We had a quick game today with Pokken Tournament, and now we are ready to move on to see which game will be played in 3, 2, 1. They are off, heading down the first pachinko machine. Fallout New Vegas somehow died, and several marbles are being launched into the air from the pegs and are now heading into the infinite abyss of space as Bravely Default takes first. Hitman 2 is in second place right behind Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 is maintaining a strong lead with Hitman 2 very far behind. It will take a lot of effort to catch up to Dark Souls 3. Looks like we're not going to be passing Uranus, but Dark Souls 3 falls into the infinite abyss. Bravely Default is in first place, and Bravely Default is going to be the next game played on Backlog Backtrack. Bravely Default. This is going to be a grueling one. Number one, it's a 3DS game. Now, you might be wondering, well, what the heck are you going to do? It's a 3DS game. You're not going to get clips for this, right? Well, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone about this, but I'm going to be emulating this on Citra. Don't tell anyone. But this is a game I do own that I have a copy of, and this is a game that I played about 24 hours before. I got about, I think, a third of the way into the game. This game is a red game, and for a very good reason. This is 56.5 hours. ARPGs are known for being very, very long. However, the main gimmick of this game, instead of normal turn-based, you have the option to be brave, and you can take an extra turn to attack your enemies, or be default, and it's basically an enhanced block. But you're able to stack up turns, and it's all about just stacking up turns, using them wisely, and it's very comment oriented. I don't know how good the clips are going to be for this game, but it's a JRPG, maybe some cringeworthy stuff. I really hope the majority of the time isn't grinding. I remember spending a lot of time grinding in the original game, but I hopefully won't do as much of that this time around. This is going to be 56.5 hours is a very, very long time, and it's probably going to be the true test of Backlog Backtrack. If I am unable to get through this game, I'm going to resign my cape. I'm going to resign my jacket, put it on the hook, and never come back to actually finishing Backlog Backtrack. This is going to be the biggest test. This is going to prove to me, prove to an audience, that I can finish games. That I can put in the work needed to finish what I've started. Bravely Default is going to be the test. I will be the one who's going to get a freaking A+ on it. That's all I have to say. Finish Pokken Tournament one day, and we're going to move on to Bravely Default tomorrow. This is day 28, going into day 29.